What's up everybody? My name is Robert Rushing with MPH Club and welcome back to another review. Today we have the brand new Range Rover Hse long wheelbase totally blacked out package. This is available to rent if you fly into Miami or anywhere in the nation because we offer vehicle delivery. Now, Range Rover is Land Rover's crown jewel model and has a long-standing history of four-wheel off-roading capabilities. However, that's not what Range Rover is known for now. Today, it is a top-tier luxury SUV that can take you anywhere you want to go with a ton of room and enough space to bring anything you need with you. Today we're going to go over our model, talk about the features, take it out on the road, tell you what we think. Without further ado, let's get into the review. Okay, there are a lot of really cool features about this car, but we should kick things off with one of my favorite, the wheels. We have four 22-inch rims with a tire ratio of 40/275. And this aggressive style blacked out rim really goes well with the rest of this car's power, luxury, performance. It's a dual 9-spoke rim that's contrasted by a stealth gray brake caliper that just peeks through. Next, we should talk about this L badge right here. It fell backwards.
Just start there.
Okay.
Next.
Okay.
Say next.
Next, let's talk about this L. This badge. Next, let's talk about this L badge right here. This stands for long wheelbase. When you look at the back half of this Range Rover, you'll notice it is longer, which gives the passengers more legroom, more space, and more storage area. Next, let's talk about this. Powered step. This just adds to the luxury of this vehicle. We think our clients are really going to appreciate this feature. Land Rover first introduced the Range Rover in 1978, and over the years, the Range Rover has seen constant improvements, iterations, leaving us with a vehicle like this today.
Look at my feet. My feet are straight ahead. You don't want to do that. You want to turn your feet out, and I'm going to do this backwards, and that's what makes it look like hip-hop.
This is a V8 supercharged engine. It's a blast to drive, and the air suspension system is so great, it's great to drive and be driven in. So, the long wheelbase version of this vehicle has extra cabin space for the passengers, more leg room, more storage space, more luxurious. Let's check out the back seat now. Okay guys, now I'm sitting in the back of the Range Rover, and in any long wheelbase designed vehicle, it is all about who's being driven. So, I gotta say, it is super luxurious. I've got a ton of leg space. I'm a pretty tall guy and I still have a lot of space, so I don't feel cramped at all. Something to note, every single surface in the Range Rover is super premium. All of these materials are a high-grade leather. I really feel like this is a luxurious experience. Now, from this seat, I actually have control to lean the chairs back. It's about a 40-degree angle, which is really nice. I also have the ability to roll down my window or the passenger window, or take up and down the shade for the double panoramic sunroof. There's a lot of really cool features back here. You also have this really great middle armrest with some cup holders. You even have the ability to heat and cool seats from the back. So, there's a ton of features. The main takeaway is there's a ton of room, a ton of space, and
I love it! Come on, let's go!
You may think a giant luxury SUV like this can't get up and move, but this V8 supercharger produces 518 horsepower and 461 pound-feet of torque. Now behind the wheel, that is a lot of power, and you can just step on it and fly whenever you need. So, let's check out the driver's seat next. Before we turn it on, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help. There it is. All right, so right off the bat, there are 3 huge display screens, which is really, really cool. You have a digital dash, which shows you navigation at the same time you see your speedometer and your rev meter. Now, in the center console, you have this stunning menu that actually lets you adjust the angle of this screen. There's a lot going on here. You can do your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You You can also switch your navigation, media, connect your phone. There's a ton of things to do on this little screen. And then all of the climate features and comfort features are on this lower screen. Both are super high resolution, both are touchscreen, but down here you have access to the climate controls for the front and the back. You have an air filter purification system in the Range Rover, which is really, really cool. I've never seen that before, so props to Range Rover for that. You have your heated and cooled seats for the front and the back. When you switch to the vehicle tab, this is when you can go through the different drive modes. There's a bunch for all types of different terrain. We, driving around in the city, are gonna leave it in comfort, but you also have a dynamic and eco mode, desert, snow, basically all types of terrain. You can even go rock climbing in this car. It's called crawling. There's a crawling feature here, which is pretty insane. Moving along, you have your settings display where you can customize things like the interior lighting. You can also switch up the display whether you want it on a bright or night mode, very similar to how you can switch it on your phone. This is the classic Range Rover shifter. I've always been a big fan of this design. You shift by rotating through the different modes, and then to get into sport, you press down. This is your cup holders, both great sized. You have your parking brake here, drive mode shifter. This is when you're driving up and down inclines. You have your traction control button and a programmable button if you want to install more bells and whistles on your car. Here you have some extra storage space. Here you have a fridge, and this button here controls the different temperature and how cool you want this fridge to keep your beverages nice and cold, but this is a pretty slick feature. Now, if only we had product to sponsor for something like this in the reviews. Send us a message if you have an idea. You also have 2 USB-C ports. You have a SIM card and an extra cigarette lighter. So, we are behind the wheel of the Range Rover, and this is very similar to driving some of the ultra premium luxury cars that we have in the fleet. The suspension is really great, the steering is really responsive. I feel like I'm floating. And there immediately is a ton of technology at my fingertips. I see 3 different display screens, which is crazy. My heads-up display telling me my miles per hour, which I'm not sure if you can see from your angle, but there is a light-up heads-up display on the windshield. There's also a digital dash which shows a nav screen, so I'm navigating where I need to go while I'm checking my miles per hour or my rev meter. So, as much fun as this vehicle is to drive, I gotta say, being driven in the long wheelbase version is probably the more luxurious experience. Thank you for watching, guys. This completes our review of the Range Rover long wheelbase HSE. This car is so much fun to drive. It's a blast to be driven in because of how luxurious it is and all of the features. So if you're ever in the area or anywhere in the nation, since we offer vehicle delivery, make sure to reach out to MPH Club for your next exotic car rental or luxury SUV. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like this type of content, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again. See you in the next video.